one paragraph that the child Rodney Moore, on or about April 6, 2020, in Tarrant County, Texas, recklessly caused serious bodily injury to TJ Jackson, a child under 15, by discharging a firearm and shooting TJ Jackson, or by handling a firearm in an unsafe manner and shooting TJ Jackson. It's also stated that a firearm is a deadly weapon as set forth in the Texas statutes. The child was served summons on October 23rd, 2020 regarding this case with a return date on the same date. Also present at this proceeding is Mr. Hopkins, the grandfather of the child. The mother was previously sworn in on this case and in case number 112666 as a witness and has failed to appear at any proceeding since then and is not present today. Mr. Spence, were we able to contact Mom to give her notice of today?
Your Honor, I did text her all the Zoom links today, so she's aware of the hearing.
So she's aware of the hearing of Zoom, but she's not here. Okay. All right, so Mr. Moore.
Yes, sir.
I want to go ahead and start. There's a deal that your attorney worked out with the district attorney's office. And so first I want to do is I want you, if you can, you and Mr. Hopkins, if you can both raise your right hands for me. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give at this cause currently at trial that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Sir, what were you saying? No, Rodney, what were you saying?
No, I was saying nothing but the truth. I said the same thing you said.
Okay, but you said that before I finished talking. Like, what were you asking me something do you understand what I said?
No, I said nothing but the truth. That's all I said.
Okay, so let's start this over. Mr. Hopkins, if you raise your right hand. Each of you solemnly swear the testimony about to give at this cause currently at trial that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
I do.
All right, you may lower your hands. Mr. Moore, I'm going to ask you your full legal name.
Rodney Moore the third.
Okay, and what is your date of birth?
9/27/08.
Are you an American citizen?
Yes.
So I want to let you know that you are looking at a felony level offense, which means that you could be committed to the Texas Juvenile Justice Department for an indeterminate sentence. That means I could commit you and they could hold you up until your 18th birthday until they felt like you were rehabilitated. That means you could follow the rules, you could be respectful, that you would not be likely to reoffend and commit a new offense while you were juvenile.
A Texas juvenile court judge was faced with a disturbing case involving a 12-year-old boy accused of recklessly shooting a 1-year-old child with a handgun. But what made the hearing even more shocking was the judge's growing frustration over social media, rap culture, and the adults surrounding the child's life.
To deal with a district attorney for that you to admit true of your delinquent conduct, that you actually committed the injury to a child, and that if you admit true, that you would get the benefit of an agreement, which is placement in a juvenile facility, and then receive probation after successful completion of your placement. Do you give up your right to remain silent to get that deal?
I'll go.
I'm sorry?
I will go. I'll go. Okay.
No, but do you give up that right?
No, I don't want to give. Well, I'll take the whatever. I don't know.
Let me explain this again, okay? I understand you're only 12. So, Rodney, nobody can make you say anything, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Nobody can force you to admit to anything. There can be a trial, okay? But you are saying, what I understand, what I've been told, is that you're saying that you will give up your right to remain silent, that you'll admit to what you did, but if you admit to it, you're only admitting to it if you get the deal that your attorney got for you, which is placement and probation instead of TJJD. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you understand that you don't have to say that you did this, but you're giving up that right? You're saying you want to give up that right and admit to the injury to a child. Is that correct?
I admit.
Okay, so you give up your right to remain silent?
Yes.
That's a yes?
Yes, sir.
You also have a right to a trial. You don't have to go through this. You don't have to admit to this. We can have the district attorney provide all the evidence to me. I would listen to witnesses, see pictures, videos, body cams, anything. And I would decide whether or not you committed the injury to a child, the shooting the child. You need the district attorney to prove everything, or are you willing to admit that you did it so you don't have to have a trial?
I just want to get it over with, so I just take the placement and
Okay.
do everything.
But you have that right to a trial. I need to hear that you're giving up your right to a trial.
I'm giving up the right to a trial.
Okay. You also have a right, if you decide you don't like me, and that this is a second-degree felony, which means you could be committed to the Texas Juvenile Justice Department for an indeterminate sentence, and that you agree that you need disposition on your case and that you need probation, and that you would also agree that you should be placed at the Grayson County facility in Sherman, Texas, and any other conditions that I order as the judge. Okay, do you understand what I've said?
Yes, sir.
Is that your agreement?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to ask is, everything that I said, is it true or is it not true?
It's true.
Okay. So is the enhancement so it's true that you shot TJ Jackson, who was a child. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had the gun recklessly. Yeah, basically, yes.
What's basically?
Well, yes.
Okay. Is it true or not true that a firearm is a deadly weapon?
Yeah, that's true.
So did anybody make you say true?
No,
Did anybody induce you to say true? That means, did anybody offer you like a bribe to say true?
no,
Did anybody threaten you to say true?
no.
Are you saying true voluntarily?
Yeah,
That's a yes?
yes.
What does voluntary mean to you?
Like, you just doing it to, like, say I volunteering to go help the people and not get paid for it. Like, yeah, like that.
Okay. So you did that without anybody making you or
Yes,
paying you, right? That's a yes?
yes, sir.
Do you feel like there's any consequence if you don't say true? Like somebody would hurt you if you don't say true?
Mhm.
Are you taking the case for somebody else?
No,
Okay. Are you taking the case to protect somebody else?
no,
So are you saying true because it is true and for no other reason?
yeah,
I'm sorry?
yes,
So, Rodney Morgan, I have some questions for you. Texas Family Code 54.0406 requires a child, when he is adjudicated an offense with a handgun, to notify the court how he obtained the handgun. Okay, so where did this gun come from?
I found it.
I'm sorry?
I found it.
Where did you find it?
I found it when I was walking in some bushes.
Where were the bushes?
It was in South Seas.
Where were the bushes? What street was it on?
Era,
I'm sorry?
Era,
Better and where?
Calumet.
Okay. How long have you had that gun?
I only had it for like 3 days.
For 3 days? That's a yes?
Yes, sir.
Who else was there when the baby was shot?
My her son, was some like my brother, but like it's my friend. So like her son and her daughters.
How old are they?
Her son 15, I think one like 13. I mean her daughter's like 13, 12, and 10, 11.
Okay, does she know you had the gun?
No,
So you weren't doing anything, you weren't displaying the gun with other people in the house that saw it?
I was, but she was asleep.
I'm sorry?
She was asleep.
She was asleep. Okay, so you understand, you're saying you found the gun, and if the police trace the gun and it was stolen and it comes back to the person saying they gave it to you, you understand that would be enough for you to revoke your probation because you weren't truthful with me, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, so that the whole deal is off. Like, we can get the deal today, but if the truth comes out that somebody actually gave you the gun, then you would lose all your probation, and I would be able to revoke your probation and send you to TJJD. It's important that you're telling the truth right now, Rodney.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. So what about the other guns you have on the videos? Where do those guns come from?
Somebody gave me.
Who gave it to you?
He go by
I need his real name, Rodney.
I don't know his real name. I swear it go by DJ. It's
Rodney.
I swear, Judge Kim, it go by DJ.
Rodney, you swore an oath to tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay? So this is the process. I'm requiring a full confession from you from this. So if you want to undo this deal and lose a chance at getting the placement and probation, then you have that right. But you gave up your right to remain silent. You said you would tell me everything. And so I need to know all the information. That's part of the deal for you to get probation. Okay, so either at this point you can decide that you want to protect people. Remember when I told you at a detention hearing, if you want to make grown man decisions, you'll get grown man consequences. If you want to be a kid, a 12-year-old kid, I'll treat you like a 12-year-old kid. So if you want to be like a 12-year-old kid and just come clean and explain what's going, because you are a child, I will treat you like a child, send you to placement, probation, give you chance after chance. But if you want to try and play an adult game and protect people and hide things from me, then you're not acting like a 12-year-old. You're trying to act like a grown man, and I will treat you like a grown man. Okay? So take this decision very carefully right now, Rodney. All right? If you want to undo this deal, then you can lie to me. But if you want the deal, you have to be truthful with me. All right? So where did the guns come from that were on the videos?
This dude named Donald Smith.
Okay, can you say that again?
Donald Smith.
Okay. Is he a juvenile or an adult?
He adult.
He's an adult? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. What about the other guns? Where did they come from?
Same person.
So how many guns in total did he give you?
Like 4.
So he gave you all those guns?
Yes, sir.
Rodney?
I'm not lying. I put him right into the man.
Okay. Remember, Rodney, you put your hand up before detention hearings when you lied to me, right? I just want the full truth so I can give you the benefit of this. But you got to be 12, okay? If you want to start acting like a 20-year-old, I'm going to treat you like a 20-year-old, okay? What about the weed? Where do you get the weed from?
This dude named Jackson. What's his last name? It's something like, I don't know his last name. I swear, I don't know his last name.
What's his street name?
JB.
Say that again?
JB.
JB, okay. Mr. Hopkins, do you know either of these people?
No, sir.
Okay. Is JB an adult or a juvenile?
He a juvenile.
And you understand, Rodney, that if I honor this deal and put you on probation, that one of the conditions will be you will not be on any kind of social media while you're on probation, right?
Yes, sir.
You understand how serious I am about that, right?
Yes, sir, because I seen how you brought me back in quick.
You were out for less than 24 hours because you couldn't stay off of Instagram, right? Like, are you willing to say I'm done with social media as long as I'm on probation?
I'm done with social media as long as I'm on probation.
And you understand you're done with weed and rapping as long as you're on probation, right?
Yes.
I know evidently people think you have talent, okay? And that's great. I'm glad you do. But what I see is that is a culture that's dragging you down. I see your friends all around you picking up cases. I see your friends getting shot and dying. So it's my responsibility, overseeing your probation, to keep you out of that environment. You understand?
Yes, sir.
This is part of you being on probation and part of the consequences of your decision of being reckless with that gun, where now you will have to pause your rap career until you are older. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You're okay with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you understand you can't make videos from TJJD, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's the option. If you go to TJJD, you're not making videos. If you're on probation, you're not making videos. Either way, if you're a Kimbo, you're not making videos. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So you understand, even if you're out with friends and you're not even on Instagram Live, but they start going Instagram Live. You understand you can't appear on that, right?
I can't get on it.
You have to walk away from that. If you're at the mall and somebody's harassing you and they start recording, you understand that as if you're not trying to be on there and you're just walking away, I'm okay with that, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
But if you start to engage them knowing that he's recording you, you know you got to walk away, right?
Yes, sir.
As the hearing continued, the judge shifted away from legal questions and began confronting what he believed was the real problem: social media, guns, rap culture, and older influences pulling a 12-year-old deeper into dangerous behavior.
And ordering your placement at Grayson County in Denison, Texas. I'm making no social media as one of the conditions of your probation. I'm also ordering, so that is 5 years, 200 hours of community service for you. And for your mother, who refuses to appear, I think she is part of the problem. You know, your mother, I mean, she's asking to have phone calls with you, but if she doesn't appear for these detention hearings, doesn't appear on Zoom, like she has done nothing for you, okay? And so I'm not going to let her make phone calls when she doesn't have the respect for me or the care or love for you to actually come in Zoom and just log in from her phone. That's all she has to do. That is a minimum effort. She's not even doing that. So I am denying her. I've ordered detention not to let you have phone calls. If she wants to show respect, come here either in person or even remotely through Zoom or through her phone to these hearings, then I would let her have phone calls with you. But she doesn't care enough about you to take the time to dial in. I'm not going to let her have phone calls. Mr. Moore, you probably don't want to talk to me, but if you really do, this is your chance.
I'm gonna lie, my papa was like, he was talking to her, and she was like, she don't wanna get on her because she's scared you like you on down talk her every time.
That I am? Well, she deserves it when I do. That's the thing, Rodney, that's the thing, right? The times that you've been straight up with me and been respectful to me, I've always been respectful back to you, right? The times I've talked down to you is when you've been lying to me, you've been disrespecting me. If you think about it, I will always give you a chance. Right now, you're on probation. I want to start new and give you a new start, and we'll go back, and I want to show you respect and give you courtesy, right, and give you every opportunity. I do not want to send you to TJJD, but I will. You know, Judge Kim has no problem sending kids to TJJD, but if you're trying to do the right thing, then I'll give you every chance that you want, okay? So I am ordering your mother under the Texas Family Code to perform community service in the amount of 1,250 hours. That's 250 hours per year that you are on probation, right? If your mother fails to do that, then she could be found in contempt of court for not following the court's order regarding her community service requirements under the Texas Family Code. Ms. Farmer, there was no restitution mentioned in the social history. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. We would ask the court at this time to make it a condition of his probation that he have no contact with the victim, Ty Jackson, his mother, Jennifer White, or any of the siblings, Latoria Osborne, Osbin Osborne, China Osborne, April Osborne, Nevaeh Osborne, Ariana Osborne, London White.
I'm assuming you can get that list, Mr. Spence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, the court will order no contact also with the Donald character that was previously mentioned. Mr. Spence, I hope you can get that name. I'm also going to order, until probation is modified, to have no contact with his mother, Marquita. Papa, what's your daughter's last name?
Crosby, Your Honor.
Crosby, yes, Marquita Crosby. Rodney, you are to have no contact with Marquita Crosby until I change that. And I am willing to change that as soon as she communicates to the court and explains why she's doing what she's doing. But until she can do that, then she is going to be a negative influence on your life. Rodney, I hope what you get out of this is you understand that I'm trying to reset your life and help you start over. Okay? I don't, you know, your music, I understand that's your passion, that's your talent. I get that. What you have to understand is music is entertainment. It's not a lifestyle. When you look at the people that are successful in entertainment, right, they're not living the life that they're talking or singing or acting about in movies, right? It's an act. It's marketing. It's a game. Don't live the lifestyle. If that is your problem, is you're starting to now live that lifestyle. All right, so specifically, the reason for this disposition is the protection of the public as well as the rehabilitation of the child. Mr. Moore, I need to let you know your case cannot be transferred to the adult criminal courts or the Texas Department of Corrections. Because I followed this agreement, you do not have a right to appeal. This will be final. Furthermore, the court will make an affirmative finding that the victim was under 17 years old, and that shall be included in the final order by this court. Mr. Moore, going forward, just do right, and you understand. I'll go out and buy you a hamburger. You understand? It's not, I don't dislike you. I dislike you lying to me. I dislike you thinking that you're smarter than me or playing me, because that's not going to work. The more you fight the system, the harder it gets. But the more you go along by the rules and do what you're supposed to do, then there are all kinds of kids that actually come back and thank me because it's actually a good thing that they came through here. So, Rodney, do you have a question for me?
Yeah. But I ain't even gonna lie. You kind of making me more stressed out.
I don't understand. What did you say?
You making me kind of more stressed out.
Okay. How am I causing you to be more stressed out?
Because I can't see my mom.
Okay. So this thing, what you have to understand, Rodney, is there are grown-ups in your life that will give you bad news. Things like they'll give you disappointment. Your papa will do that. I'll do that. Right? That is what grown-ups are supposed to do around kids. When you're a child, you're supposed to be disappointed. That's part of life. And you have to, at a certain point, understand that we know more than you. Okay? We can see that your mom is not helping your situation. She is making your life worse. And until she can get her act together, then she doesn't need to be around you. Okay? Once she gets her act together, I want you to have a strong bonding relationship with your mother. But you know, she's out there bragging about you, right? Like bragging about, well, she's not bragging about you, she's bragging about herself. She is trying to make herself look better and be less embarrassed by the public, and it's all a front. What the public doesn't understand is she has done so little to be there for you throughout this whole court case or all your cases, but she's out there talking about how she's always provided for you, always cared for you, always done everything for you. It's not her, it's your papa. But yet, I've seen when your mom appeared in these detention hearings, you're talking about your mom, how much you love her, how much you miss her, and you know who gets ignored? The one man who's been there every day for you since you were born. I wish you would give him 1/2 the love. And you know, he'd probably be happy with 1/4 of the affection you give your mom, but you don't even give him that. All you're doing is you're trying to get attention and affection from your mom who does nothing for you. And these are very real words and they're very harsh words, but somebody has to tell you this, and nobody will tell you this. So
The hearing took an emotional turn when the judge openly criticized Rodney's mother for repeatedly refusing to appear in court, while praising the grandfather who had been raising him. Online, many viewers saw the moment as less a criminal hearing and more of a desperate attempt to redirect a child before his life spiraled even further.
it's left up to me. A kid's supposed to have a great relationship with their mom. But you know what? Your mom's still a kid too. When she had you, and she's kind of still a kid now. She just doesn't get it. She has to do right. You have to do right. What I hope is that you put this behind you and say, I made some mistakes. I moved up in my life, and I'm going to do right. Because there's a man I know who made some mistakes when he was younger, ended up doing some time, got out, and living his life right. And he is a great example for people all across this county, the state, and this country. And that man is your papa, right? You need to respect him for the fact that he made some poor decisions, he learned from it, and he's living the right way. Because that's the example. That's what you need to follow. You need to follow his lead. Yes, Mr. Moore.
So look, I gotta do community service.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. Every kid on probation does 40 hours a year. That's nothing.
What is that?
That means you go and you work for free. That means you're showing me that you harm the community by doing all this. So now you've got to provide hours to help our community. It may be picking up trash, it may be cleaning toilets, it may be, I don't know.
200 minutes?
I'm sorry?
200 minutes.
40 hours a year, 200 hours over 5 years.
So,
Mr. Hopkins?
Yes, community service, Rodney, is something like working at the soup kitchen or the homeless shelter or helping people that are less fortunate than us. That type of thing. It's simple. It's easy. We can find plenty of places for you to do your community service.
As long as you show up with an attitude that you're not going to be a jerk to them, then you'll be fine. But if you go there and say, I'm not going to do this, I'm too good for that. I did community service once. I got a ticket for no seatbelt a long time ago, and I didn't have money to pay for it, so the judge made me clean horse stables for Fort Worth Mounted Patrol. I had to shovel horse poop for a week. That's the way it goes. All right, Rodney, do you have any other questions for me?
So,
Look, live your life straight while you're on probation. When you're done with probation, get back into music, but understand the ones that live the lifestyle that they're rapping about are the ones that get shot or in prison. The ones that understand there's a difference, that they have their music, they have their entertainment, but then their lifestyle is actually living straight. Those are the ones that make the money. Yes, sir.
so if I do good down there, I can get that 6 months.
Say that again.
If I do good down there, I can get that 6 months.
Oh, the placement? Yeah, if you do everything right, you'll get on placement, then you'll go back to probation. Okay?
I'm
I'm not going to let you out between now and placement because there's a quarantine period. And so once the bed's open, you would have to be in our facility for 2 weeks before they take you. So I'm leaving you in here, and that way you don't have to re-quarantine. That way you get out of Grayson sooner. Okay?
So look, you can count the days when if I do good.
At placement, I cannot cut the days of placement. That's up to
No,
them.
not cut the days. I said count.
I can count the days?
Yeah.
Well, no, Rodney, because you've let me down before. Right? I mean, how many times have you done this? I swear, Judge Kim, on my mama's name. Right? And so I don't know. Go to Grayson, do right, you get out in 6 months. You do poorly, you stay there for a year.
So that's like June.
Well, don't count the days because you haven't shown me you can do right yet. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes? That's a yes? We'll sit here and wait, Mr. Moore, until I get a yes.
Yes. I said yes.
You said, yeah, I need a yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. Ms. Barrows, Mr. Moore, sit down. Mr. Moore, sit down.
My bad.
This is not over until I say it's over.
My
Ms.
bad.
Barrows, have I missed anything? No? Okay. Let the record reflect she's shaking her head on Zoom.
By the end of the hearing, the case had become about far more than just a juvenile gun charge. It became a conversation about parenting, social media, street culture, and whether a 12-year-old child could still be redirected before it was too late. Some viewers praised the judge for trying to mentor Rodney, while others believed the system had already failed him long before he entered that courtroom. Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.